Then, does everyone have their quiz open?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, with number 3, which, oh gosh, sorry, hang on. Let me open up. Okay.
Chérie,
Here we go.
j'espère qu'on va aller parlement de me faire. Dis-le que je ne suis pas disponible.
Okay, so number 3, which of the hypotheses
Dis-le
is
pas
appropriate?
disponible, chérie.
Wait, what? Sorry. Are you talking to us, Maxie?
No, no. I was saying something to my wife. Sorry.
Oh, okay, never mind. We'll keep going then. So for number 3, I chose the last one. Gender and voting preferences are independent, and then gender and voting preferences are not independent.
Me as well.
Why did you choose this?
Okay. And then which is...
Well, we chose it because...
Oh, she said, I thought he said... Sorry. Maxie, I thought you said, like, I chose this or whatever. All right, so no. I was just going to move on, but we can explain it. Go ahead, Angela.
We did those because we were trying to see if men's voting preferences were different from women's or not. So that's why we went with independent and not independent, because in the other ones, we're not talking about Republicans and Democrats necessarily.
Okay.
And the other one just is backwards. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Does that help?
Yeah,
I don't know. That probably wasn't a very good explanation.
Yeah, I got it.
I just wrote down okay. I'm like, I just wrote down the reading, like what it said the null hypothesis would be and the alternative, and that there's pretty consistent in this one. Okay, number 4. We're good with number 3 then?
Yep.
Okay, so number 4, what's the equation for computing the degrees of freedom? The last one, number of rows minus 1.
Yeah, it's the last
times
one.
Number of columns minus 1.
Yep.
Okay. So for number 5.
What is the correct choice for degree of freedom?
Okay, is this 2?
Did you turn yours in once?
Yes, but this is one I got wrong because I put wrong information in the thing. So I have to re-put the information in there really quick.
Well, that's what I did too, but what I was trying to figure out is if it's 2 or if it's the 2 numbers that we use to find the degree of freedom. This is what I was trying to figure out.
Are you using an Excel sheet?
I mean, yes, we did for this. But you can find it by hand.
What's the correct choice for degrees of freedom for this problem?
So it's just 2?
I think so, because, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I actually already... I already did the homework quiz, and it asked this degrees of freedom thing, and I put in just the number, you know, whatever the answer to the equation was, and I got it right. So I'm assuming that it's 2. That's the one I had accidentally put like the...
That's what I did too. So I had 4 instead.
Column is, yeah. So, but now makes sense. 2 times 1, which would be 2. So we're good.
So
At least
questions
try
are
that one.
conducting an X2 test for independence met by this data set. I chose the first option. Yes, there are at least 5 expected counts in each cell.
The first one?
Yep.
Okay, me too.
So what is the value of the test statistic for this problem? I had 16.204. Is that what you all had?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then what is the p-value for this problem? I had this one wrong, but I think it's just 0, right?
Yeah, I had it wrong too, but I think it is just 0.
Yeah.
What did you do in 6?
So it tells us in the reading the requirements for these tests. And one of those is that you need to have your expected counts have to all be greater than 5. So if you go and you look at the Excel sheet for this problem, if you go down below the purple section, it shows you what the expected counts are for each cell, and they're all above 5. So that means that the requirements to do this type of tests are met.
Okay.
So are we good with that one?
No.
Do you see the...
It's worded a little different in the text than in this problem.
But do you get the counts thing, the expected counts? Do you see that on the Excel sheet, Maxie?
I am opening it.
So yeah, so the 2 requirements for this type of test are that you have a simple random sample to obtain for your single population, and then each expected count has to be greater than or equal to 5. And in the info for this problem, it says that they took a simple random sample of 1,000 voters. So that's why that one works. And then you go to the Excel sheet for the expected counts.
So it has to be equal or less than 5 or greater?
The expected count needs to be greater than or equal to 5.
Okay.
Just up here to finish my picture.
And for this, you took the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so then did you get 7 down and 8?
No.
So 7, we got 16.204.
So you did it before you came here.
I turned the funny movie off. Why?
Well, so you just need to put those numbers into your Excel sheet.
My head
The
hurts.
250, 300s.
My head hurts.
Yeah, because then you don't have to calculate anything.
I will share my screen with you and I'll show you.
There's the Pokemon cards.
So over here in the purple is where you get the information from the table we're given in the quiz.
Mm-hmm.
Is where you put those numbers. And then, you know, we have the test statistic over here, our degrees of freedom, and our p-value. And then what we were talking about before is if you look down here, it says expected C, that's expected count. And we can see that in each cell, the expected count is greater than 5.
Okay. So input observed count, this is where we put the value that we have in the table.
Yes. Just don't put any of the totals in. That's where I kind of messed up before. So like they give us a column total in the quiz, but don't put those numbers, just do the individual ones because it does the totals for you.
Okay, when you say the individual one, you mean, okay, let me see my table. In my table, I have female Republican 250, male 200, Democrat.
Yep. So put those, but don't put the total of 450. Just put the 250 and the 200 in.
Okay, let me open this thing. Okay, what do you consider to be, do you put all numbers that you have on the Republican, Democrat, and Independent? Is that right?
Yeah, if you look at the Excel sheet I have pulled up, those are the numbers I put in for column 1, 2, and 3, which would be Republican, Democrat, and Independent.
Okay. Okay. Let me input them. So the chiropractor Excel sheet that we received, it is for a different problem. Is that it?
Well, so yeah, it's the same sheet, it's just a different tab, right? So the 2 proportion is what we were doing before. And now we're doing the chi-square, which is this.
So you put them exactly how you see them, in the same order.
Yep.
Okay. Is your p-value 0.0003?
Should be 0.0003. It should be 3 zeros, then 3.
Yeah.
Shoot me.
Okay, go call in the bedroom.
I'm good with it.
Okay.
So your degrees of freedom should say 2, and your test statistic should be 16.204.
I need that.
Yeah. This is what I have.
Okay.
Okay.
I just need that.
So that
So
would
What
then,
do you put for the p-value? Do you put the 30, but you don't put the 3?
yeah, just put 0. You can, well, 0 or 0.000.
Yeah. Your little sister's on my team.
Thank you.
I didn't know how
Okay. So number 9. So we reject the null, right? Because it's
Yep.
0.
I think it's the first option, right?
I think so too. I had gotten it wrong the first time, but that was because I just got confused. Like,
Yeah,
that
that's a
they
mine was too, but I'm pretty sure it's the first one.
I am too, because they restate the they restate the alternative hypothesis.
Yep.
And I was getting confused because I thought they restated the null, and so I'm like pretty positive it's the first one.
Is there a connection between the independent I read in the table and the independent I'm reading in the 9?
So the
When
independent
I
part.
say there is sufficient evidence to suggest that gender and voting preference are not independent.
Hey guys.
There's no connection with the two.
I'm almost done. Okay.
You see what I mean?
Right.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
Yeah, there were 3 preferences: independent, Democrat, and Republican.
Right, but that's not the point. The point is if the men and women are voting the same or not.
Okay. So,
Yeah, so it's like gender.
You mean they are independent because they are not influencing each other?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay, yes. So, then to the chiropractor one.
Can I read?
Yeah.
Okay, in this set of questions, we will review the reasons for seeking chiropractic care, study from the reading with modified data. Please use the data presented here for the next 5 questions. So we are not going to use the Excel sheet, though.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We just put in new information from the reading. It's different numbers.
Yeah, see the right under what you just read, there's that whole table thing.
Yeah, put those numbers in.
Avado.
I end one semester and start another all before my institute class even ends.
That's funny. Oh, because that institute goes with the college.
Yeah, so they just have 2 semesters, so it's all mixed up. So I'll probably do a summer one. I like them still. They're only offered in the evening during the summer.
Oh, yeah.
To take them. I really love those classes. They're great, so I'll probably keep taking them. I can almost graduate from institute. I'm almost done.
Nice.
Sorry? No.
Did you get all that information in Maxi?
Yes, I input the information into the Excel sheet.
All right.
Okay.
So number 10 then, the conditions for conducting. I don't know how to say this. I said square. I don't know.
Like kite. That's what it said in the reading. Chi-square.
Test for independent are satisfy. True or false? I said true.
Sure.
And then 11, what are the degrees of freedom for this problem?
Is that
I have-
6?
I have 8.
So did I.
8.
8. Yeah.
There's something I put wrong then.
Do you want me to share my screen? You can compare your Excel sheet to mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you have 5 rows? Oh. 5 columns you fill out.
Yeah, we don't do the 6th one because that's the total, and it does the total for us.
Okay. Thank you. Let me complete my data set. Okay, I think I have the same numbers as you. My DF is 8.
Yep.
Degree of freedom, 8. My test statistic is 7.436.
Yep. So that kind of answers our next question. So 12, what is the test statistic for this problem? 7.436. And then what is our p-value? And that is 0.490.
Do we put all the
Yeah.
data? Or we put only 3?
Just
After-
3, so 0.490. So that would make the best description of the outcome is the second option. There is insufficient evidence to suggest that motivation to visit a chiropractor is not independent of the location.
Yes, I think it's that one too.
And we do insufficient because we failed to reject it because our p-value is greater than our level of significance.
I like it.
Yeah, 0.05.
So tell me if those other ones are right.
You submitted?
That we, yeah, messed up on before.
Mhm.
We got it right. 100%.